Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do two things, which is dye doilies and then put the image on paper. So I'm just using this food coloring that I got at the grocery store, and I'm going to start off with the yellow one. So I just have a little bit of water in my cup here, and I'm just squirting quite a bit of the yellow dye into it, and I'm using a sponge brush to do this. And these doilies I actually got off of Amazon. They're in three different sizes, a small, a medium, and large, but Dollar Tree usually has them. You can probably get them at Walmart and anywhere else, that you think might carry party supplies or whatever. So I'm just taking my sponge brush, dipping it into my colored water here, and then putting it on top of the doily, which is on top of my paper. And I'm just using regular copy paper that you would put in your printer. Now, I did get this idea from Cathy's Garden, and I will link her video in the description. If you want to go watch her, she does a really good job. But I wanted to give it a try and thought I would go ahead and film it as I am making mine. So I mostly wanted it for the papers so I could use it in my junk journals and all. But I'll also use the doilies in my crafting. Now, this first piece didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it to. And you'll see that in a minute. Not everything we do turns out for the best, unfortunately, but we can learn. I think I was a little heavy-handed with all the dyed water here, but you'll see. Oh, there's my first one. I'm looking like, oh yeah, that don't look so good. And yeah, that don't look so good either. Yep. So this first piece was kind of a fail, and this was my first time doing this. So I decided just to go ahead and make this a solid yellow sheet of paper. And I'll use it. So we'll set it aside to dry. Now we're going to get a clean piece of paper. And there was some dye left on that mat that I have, so I just kind of soaked it up with my paper. And I'm adding my doilies to my paper and again putting the water on. Only this time I think I'm using less water. Now, if you watch Cathy's Garden, she makes it look really easy. Look at that one. That one turned out. Oh, I'm so happy. Now try another one. So there's no particular way to do this. You kind of just have to play around with it and find out what works for you. But it kind of is a two-in-one craft because or DIY, because what you're doing is you're dyeing your doilies at the same time you're putting your doily images on the paper so that you can use the papers in your junk journals or whatever you use paper for. You know, you can cut it up and use it in your scrapbooking projects. You can use it in just making general crafts. And so here's my second sheet, and now I'm on the third one. And at the very end of the video, I will show you the sheets that have the doily images on them. Now, Cathy's garden, she used the Easter egg dies, which I thought was brilliant, but I have these food colorings that I've had for years, and I thought, hey, you know what? I need to use them. Oh, look at that one. That one turned out good. So I'm just filling in the outer edges with some of my colored water. And look at that one, turned out pretty good. I like it. Here's our next one. So I'm going to use these doilies that I used in the previous one that I only did like a partial doily. So I'm going to use the whole doily. So I do start in the middle of the doily and work my way to the outer edges. That probably just keeps it more where it should be on the paper. Oh, look at that one. That one's not as nice, but the bigger one looks good. So we're going to continue on with another sheet of paper. So you can see me going from the center of the doily to the outer edges. It's probably the best way to do it so it doesn't move around on you. So let me know in the comments if you've ever tried this. This was my first attempt. And, you know, like I said, that very first one didn't turn out, but I think all the rest of them turn out pretty well. Oh, look at that one. So I'm just going to use up the rest of my yellow. And then I'll go on to another color. So I'm just going to share a little bit of happy news about myself. Now I'm going to use green. So I have some water in my little cup and I put several drops of the green in there. Just going to mix it up and then I'll start working on my doily. And y'all can watch me with this process as I tell you a little bit about myself. So back in 2017, I had follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I went through 6 months of chemotherapy, which was once a week, 1 week a month for a couple days in a row. So by September of 2017, my cancer was gone. So every so often after that, I've had CAT scans and all to make sure that my cancer didn't come back. And everything's been good, except this year, some things showed up on the CAT scan. And then I had a PET scan, and my lymph nodes showed up that they were inflamed. And the doctor thought, my cancer is back. So she told me it was. But, I didn't feel it like I did the last time. So then the people that did the PET scan and all said it could be cat scratch disease. Well, I do have cats, and I did get scratched actually several months ago up around my eye. And so she went ahead and did a blood test for cat scratch disease. Well, it turned out it was negative, but it said that I could have possibly had it at some point, maybe months ago, whatever. And so she did a biopsy. So the first biopsy, they took some liquid out of the lymph node towards my stomach area, and it was negative for cancer, but you can get a false negative if it's just the liquid they take out. So she ordered another biopsy of my neck lymph node. And in church yesterday, we're talking about, Jesus and the healing power and all like that. And when I got into the car, I checked my phone and I had a test result from Baylor Scott and White. And I was like, okay, that's the neck biopsy. Let's see what it says. So I got into it, and no cancer. No cancer, guys. God is good. God is so, so good. And I just thank Jesus for everything he's done for me, because let me tell you, I did not want to go through chemo again. But God is so good. No cancer. I'm still cancer free. It's been, 6.5 years. It'll be 7 years in September. And I just praise God. Praise God. If you guys have any stories like that, put it in the comments, because I would love to read them. And thank you all for watching my videos. I appreciate it. So I'm just, doing the same thing that I did with the yellow doilies in the paper that I'm doing with the green ones here. We'll do several colors. And like I say, I'm going to use these papers to make junk journals. In fact, I don't know if any ladies from the ladies circle is watching this, but if you are, you kind of have a leg up on those who don't watch it. So for the April ladies circle, we are going to make junk journals. And we're going to use some of this paper. So I just mix up the colored water and I use it until it's all gone, and then I go on to the next color. So if you don't want to watch me do all this, you might want to skip to the back and I show you the different ones that I created. Let me skip to the end of the video. I'll show you all the doilies and the papers. But God is so good. So good. That was my chair squeaking. Sorry about that. And then I had to take a drink. So that one turned out pretty good. They don't all turn out great. But, you know, I mean, as long as it gets part of the image on there, I feel like it did what it was supposed to do. I mean, Cathy's garden, she does it really good. I mean, she makes it look so easy and so good. You'll have to watch her video. Like I said, I'll put it in the description and just check hers out. And she has different ways that she uses her doily. She puts them in her junk journals. I haven't done that yet with a doily. I just use the paper. But let me know if you have any ideas for the doilies. Look at those two. Those two look pretty good. So I'm going to do it. Sorry, a half one at the top there. Yeah, that one didn't turn out so good. I probably used a little too much of the water. We're going to use the other half of the doily here on the top of the page. I'm going to try it again. And our fails really fails. I mean, you learn from them, right? And if nothing else, you can paint the whole page like I did that very first one and use it. So in my world, there's not really any fails. Yeah, see, that one didn't turn out so great, but heck, it's still usable. I think the less colored water you have on your foam brush, probably the better it works. I'm thinking. I don't know. It's kind of just trial and error. So you just try it until you find something that works. Ooh, that one turned out good. Look at that. That's a good one. I'm just going to finish up whatever green I have in my little cup there. And then we're going to move on to the next color. Blue. I got blue mixed up in there, so we're going to do blue. Got my doily already on my paper. Going from the middle to the outer edges. And even if you don't like the way your papers turn out, you have colored doilies now you can use. You can also do this with coffee or tea instead of the food colorings. You could just mix up some coffee and tea and do that, but you do want it dark. So the darker it is, probably the better it will work. I don't think I've tried the doilies with coffee or tea yet. No, I haven't. I'll have to try that. Let me know if you've done it and how did it turn out. Ooh, that one looks pretty good. That one, not so great, but hey. Let's go on to the next one. Just trying to get some of that off of the table. Let's see. Ooh, oh, that one looks pretty good. I mean, it kind of didn't work out in that one corner there, but the rest of it turned out pretty good. So when you get done with your papers and your doilies, you do want to set them aside so they can dry. And again, I think the more colored water you have on the brush, probably not the best effect for the doilies on the papers. Is probably the less water, the better it turns out. That one didn't do too bad. That one, not so good. Just trying to find a place to put my wet doilies. Probably should have cut that out. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll put that paper aside and get a clean sheet. Continue with our blue doilies. And the mat I have is a silicone mat. I actually got it off of Amazon. It comes 3 in a package. This one actually got ripped. I'm not sure how I did that, but anyway, they work pretty good for painting and, of course, doing what we're doing right here. And for gluing, because you can just peel that right off. Especially like the hot glue. So let's see how this one turned out. Come on, lift up. Pretty good, pretty good. That one's pretty good. Kind of looks like, you know, the sun rays coming off of the doily there. Like I said, I have 3 sizes of doilies, the small, medium, and large, and I got mine off of Amazon. I couldn't find any in a Dollar Tree at the time, but I know they do have them, or they used to. So I don't know if it's a regular, it should be a regular item. Oh, I moved that one, so I'm going to have to put it in another place because I won't be able to line that up. So we're just going to continue with it down at the bottom there. I'm just having all kinds of issues with that, with that one. Okay, so now we're moving on to the red. Looks like I kind of already did one, so I don't know if I miss putting the camera on or what. Probably it happens. Now it looks red now, but when it dries it looks pink. So I don't know if you want it red, if you have to put a lot more drops of food coloring in it or what. But there we go. That one's not too bad. Go into another sheet. I think I got my fan going, my ceiling fan, so it's kind of blowing my doilies around. But it helps them dry too. You'll have to let me know if I've inspired you to make some of these. And let me know how they turned out. That one's not too bad. But like I said, Cathy's Garden, I'll put her video in the description, and she does a really good job. She makes it look easy. Effortlessly. Me, not so much. That one, yeah. Not so good, but hey, it's usable. Usable. We'll continue. Continue. And these sponge brushes, I mean, you can use the wider sponge brushes. Mine wouldn't fit in my little cup there, but probably the wider it is, maybe the easier. it is to do. I think Cathy used the very wide foam brush. Maybe that's why hers turned out so much better than mine. But you can get the foam brushes at Dollar Tree. You can get them at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, you know, places like that. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. And now what I did was I mixed the red with the blue to make the purple. And I, and I did a couple of them just practicing to make sure I got the color right. So now I'm going to put it on camera here. It looks kind of grayish, but it really is purple. And this is the last color that I do. So you can make other colors with, if you have these food colorings, you could do orange. And there are directions on the box how you can make other colors. Ooh, that one turned out good. Let's do some more. Okay, I need to take another drink. Clear my throat, sorry about that. Not sure what I was doing there. That one's not too bad. Ooh, that one turned out decent. Pretty good. We'll do another one. Just wiping up some of my spills there. So at this point, my brush is pretty dry, so I'm just kind of going in around the edges where you have the little holes in the doily. So there's not much of the water on my brush at this point. I'm just using the end of it to kind of daub into the holes there, and we'll see how this works. It may or may not turn out right. We shall see. I don't remember how it turns out. Oh, oh, not bad. Not bad at all. And then I'm just going to go ahead and color the inside of my doily there. And that's it. We are done. Because I'm out of colored water. So I'm just soaking up a little bit of what is on my mat. I guess I'm straightening up. I don't know why I left that in there. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm putting some blue on it from the table. Some spills. Making the paper look spotty, yeah. Okay, so here it is. My doilies at the top and my paper's at the bottom, and I'm going to show you each one. So there's one of the blue ones with 3 doilies on it. A green one with 2 doilies. This one is yellow with 3 doilies. A yellow with 1 doily. A pink with 1 doily and some blue splotches on there. One of the purple ones with the 3 doilies. The 2 purple doilies. The 1 yellow doily. And then 2 green. 2 green here, but the 1 green didn't turn out at all. But it still looks cool. 2 yellows, a pink, and 2 blues there. That was the blue that moved on me. And now 1 blue there. That last purple one that I did. 2 blues there. And then a yellow with the green. A pink one. And the 2 pinks there. Overall, I think they turned out pretty good. So I'm just going to show you the doilies that ended up being colored for this video. So I have the small yellow, the medium yellow, and then the large yellow doilies. Now we have the green ones, only 2 smalls, some mediums, and then some larges. That has some yellow splotch on it, which gives it interest. Now on to the blue ones. So we have 3 of the small ones. 1 medium and then 3 of the large. Going on to the red, it's supposed to be red, but they're pink. So 3 of the large, 1 medium, and 1 small. And then lastly, the purple ones here. So we have 2 small. And that was the one that probably dipped into blue or something. 2 medium and 2 large. So there they all are. So let me know if you're going to try this. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts. And if you like what you see here, won't you think about giving me a thumbs up? And I will catch you in the next video.